Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Greetings and good wishes to all of the audience. In this very good occasion, we would like to present to you our research entitled Informality Features in Academic Writing as Variation in Language Education. My name is Risa Romenta Simanjuntak, and our research is presented at the 4th International Conference on Computer Science, Engineering and Technology, or ICCOMSET 2021. A particular study was interested in identifying informality features which were conventionally prescribed or are not typically taught in English classrooms as being typical academic writing style. This avoided style of writing was something that was considered as not the expected style of writing. However, in the recent years, it could be identified that published articles often use this kind of style. Present research identified 39 research article abstracts from the discipline of computer science, and these abstracts were taken from journals across 3 years of publications. In order to identify the use of informalities, this research used ANCOM 3.5.9 or 2020, the latest version of the freeware tool to generate data in terms of word list, concordance, and the context of linguistic features. The background of the study, informality is typically avoided in academic writing, and several textbooks, many references also identified this style of writing to be something that is not well informed to the learners and tend to be avoided to be taught in classrooms. However, informalities are often found and is currently a common style of description, a common style of conversation in writing in respectable published articles across disciplines, including computer science. So this point of realization needs to make teachers and learners alike aware of the realities of the language used. It is important to note that the language learned is not limited to what is being written in the textbook or what is prescribed by the conventional grammar structures of grammarians or experts, but also need to embrace real use of English. And the real use of English often is found in the specific communities, such as specific disciplines. And in this present study, we are interested to identify the variation of language used in computer science as a newly found or considered as dynamic, versatile field of study or discipline. There is also the necessity to go beyond prescribed grammar in order to better understand how learners perceive English as the language they learned, as the foreign language they encounter, and finally as the language that they need to master in order to be successful in their academic endeavor, in order to get a certain degree, and in order to be acknowledged in a discipline of their choice or in the profession that they are after. So in order to understand the perspective or foreign language learners, it is necessary to also expose learners with the languages that are really used in their communities of science and also in their current professional aspirations. Therefore, this present study is looking at the importance of the use of corpus-based approach as vital element in English studies in the furtherance of the importance of identity for the learning and long learning pathways of learners. In saying that, learners of English need to be exposed later on with these varieties, and the evidence for exposure needs to be taken from corpus-based studies. The present study is intended to find out answers for this question. What informalities markers are found in the corpus? Second question would be, what functions do these informality markers serve? And finally, what typical structure and context do informalities occupy in academic writing? We use a small-scale corpus from 339 research article abstracts of 66,799 word tokens with 1,987 word types. So this is actually a very good recurrence of use. We could see that the word types are being repeated often in order to see the most frequently used lexical items and also to see the recurring patterns in the corpus. We use ICCOMSET to generate the data and later on to help us analyze the context and functions of such informality features. Research procedure started by identifying informality features, followed by further categorizing these features or markers, and then finally relate them by seeing the concordance and by seeing the environment of use for each of the marker to identify the function and also the common structure, if possible, within the recurring pattern of frequencies. And here are the results. We could see that most frequently used words include the use of personal pronoun we, our, they, you, and I. And these personal pronouns are actually the kind of information that usually are not suggested by English writing instructors. Usually when academic writing classes are being started, the first thing that students are being informed with is that when you write something that is scientific, always avoid the use of these personal pronouns and rather use the third singular or passive form. Interestingly, data show the